What's the point? Seriously, what's the point of dieting if it's not gonna work? What's the actual point? It's kind of a trick question because there is no point. There's no point to diet. There's no point of going on a diet. If it's not working, if it's not gonna work, I agree with you. There's no point. If you are dieting and it's not working, there's no point in trying to continue. There's no point in trying to start another diet, right? And the key word is diet here. Okay. We're going to be using that word over and over, and it's not going to mean the same thing every time. Okay. So just hang tight, let some people join so we can really break this down and have them be a part of the conversation. You know, if you're watching this replay, what's up? But if you are watching this live, what's up as well? Again, guys and girls, I hope you guys are having let me fix that. Amazing Wednesday. It's kind of like not really bad out here. It's sort of gloomy, but we are making the best out of our Wednesday, trying our best to have the best fucking day of our life each and every single day. All right. So, okay, that camera's fixed. Awesome. Cool. All right, people, let's break it down. This is going to be very, very, very simple. Okay. Extremely simple. I'm not going to complicate this at all for any of you guys. Not like I do, not like I try to at least. Not like that's my intention, but we're going to talk about it today. What's the point of dieting if it's not working? Like, what's the point of even switching to a new diet if it's not working? Okay. So, we're going to talk about that today. All right. We're going to talk about what happens when you diet and it's not working. All right. What's up, Jesse? Daniel, what's up? I see you. And again, if you've got any questions, if you've got any comments, anything that you want to bring up in this live stream slash podcast before we actually get into the meat and potatoes, drop them down. Drop your questions, drop your comments, even as I go along. I will answer them at the end of the live stream, as I always do. So don't hesitate, guys and girls. Again, just letting you know if you've got any questions, ask them. If you've got any comments, drop them. You know what's good. Kevin, I see you. What's up? Just keep up your grind, bro. You know what's up, Daniel? Yeah, 25-8. You know what's good. Um, Also, another thing I want to mention, since you mentioned it, Daniel, you said keep up your grind. I want to just do a little quick shameless plug. For those of you watching on YouTube, this doesn't matter unless you're not subscribed, in which you should go subscribe. But guys and girls, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be dropping out content related to what I eat, specifically like what I actually eat, grams, measurements, all those things, and how I actually prepare my meals when I'm in competition, out of competition, and the other nutrition tricks that I do use to keep my waist slim as I grow muscle and potentially watch the weight go up on the scale. Right. So I've got a lot of information, a lot of things that I've tried in my life that work for me, that might work for you, that have worked for some of my clients. Some of my secrets. Again, it's sort of like Instagram. I'm sort of like doing YouTube like Instagram where I go live on it. But at the same time, I also want to have my vlogs out to show you guys and girls a little like a layer deeper, a little bit more specific when it comes to how I actually live my life, what I do when it comes to eating, what I do when it comes to training, and how I actually spend my time. Because I don't think I tell you guys how I actually spend my time. Okay, so enough about that. That's Mattbutale, Matt Butale. Search that on YouTube search bar. I was about to say .com. I was like, no, that's not a website, even though I do have a website. But let's not talk about that. We're not talking about that. All right. Let's talk about it. All right. So let's go in. Let's go in. All right. So check this out. There is no point in dieting, guys and girls, if the diet does not work. I agree with you. You're wasting your time. You're spinning your tires. You're wasting your breath. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people, most people that diet, and again, I'm going to use this word in quotation marks because to be honest with you, the word diet itself kind of sets me off unless it's used in the right context. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So, what I want to talk about is this is a live stream that is meant for those people that have tried keto. This is meant for, those people that have tried to switch their diet to like paleo, to carnivore or crash diet. This live stream today is dedicated to the people that have literally tried almost, if not every diet under the sun and still weren't able to see results. Or they saw results and as soon as they went back to their normal eating habits, they're back at square one. All right. So we're going to talk about it. What's the point of dieting if it's not going to work? Okay. And not only if it's not going to work, like you're not actually going to start losing the weight to burning the fat, but what happens if it actually does work? And now because you decide, okay, well, I want to eat normal foods again. I want to do what I like again. I want to eat the foods that I enjoy again. Now I'm going to actually just do that. And you do that, and boom, you're back where you started. Okay. So let's break it down. And there are a few reasons why this is potentially happening to you. Okay. You got to ask yourself, why didn't these diets work? Like, why didn't it work? What's the reason? If you have to ask yourself, why didn't these diets work? And what I argue is that not only might not that diet have been for you when it comes to your body, the way it operates, but you probably weren't accurately measuring the food content that you had to consume. Okay, because like this is something that I've noticed. People that switch to a diet tend to be more essentially conscious about what they put into the body, which is good. Okay, you're more conscious about what you put into your body, and you want to sort of know the values of the food that you put into your body. So when it comes to measuring, that's one thing that you typically probably don't do or haven't done that you're going to start doing now. And when you start doing this, you know you're going to probably pick a way that is most convenient for you, that you feel is like the most doable, sustainable, we'll say. And most people will use cups because cups, it's easy. You get a cup, you measure it, you just scoop it and you dump it. That's it. But, and this is a weird thing. My problem with cups, when you're measuring with cups, is that not only is it inaccurate because you don't know the exact value of what it is that you're going to be consuming, but it's also inconsistent because you can scoop, for example, 1 cup of rice and dump that into a bowl. And then the next day, scoop 1 cup of rice, pack it down so it's less than a cup, and scoop again, make it a cup, and then pour that. It's not going to be the same measurement. It's not going to be the same food volume. It's not going to be consistent or accurate when it comes to what you actually need to consume on a daily basis, guys and girls, in order to burn fat, in order to transform your body, right? So I personally don't allow my clients to use cups. The most we'll do is like tablespoons, teaspoons for like small fluids, which would be fats like oils, right? Olive oil, coconut oil, even coconut oil, because it comes in a sort of kind of solid state. I would measure that on a scale, but the better option is to always measure on a scale. So if you've tried keto, if you've tried paleo, carnivore, whatever, and it didn't work for you, ask yourself, why didn't it work? Okay. Am I measuring with consistent, accurate, tools, accessories that I can use to get my body to actually respond to what I'm putting into my body, right? But hey, let's say, you know what, I'm gonna throw that out the way. Let's say you use the food scale, which is what I recommend everybody use, regardless of if you're in a diet or not. And we're gonna get to that topic, diet, later. But let's say you use the food scale, you followed keto, and it just didn't work. Like you didn't lose weight, or you lost a very minimal amount of weight in the time period that you gave yourself, to actually go through with losing weight. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? Again, you have to ask yourself. I was, being accurate with my food, so on and so forth. But when it comes to keto, there are rules, there are things that you cannot do that will actually hold back your progress, maybe even reverse your progress, because the whole point of keto is to get your body to use fat stores primarily as the, like, pretty much the main source of energy, fat ketones, right? And when you stop consuming those fat ketones for energy, like, you start to use carbs, even if it's a small amount over the required amount of carbs that you're allowed to ingest, it's going to throw off your body's ability to convert your ketones into energy, right? And it can confuse your body and have your body retain more fat and not operate the way that it should when it comes to burning off the fat that you have on your body. So, like, just take it in, guys and girls. Keto is not for everybody. It seems attractive, it seems enticing. Oh, I get to eat all these high fat foods and burn weight at the same time. Technically, the first part is correct. You can eat foods that have fat, not high fat. We'll talk about that a little bit later, and lose weight, even high fat, technically. but you don't need to be keto in order to do that. And then the same goes for paleo for those people that like just want to see something clean on their plate without the carbs and all that stuff. You don't need to make drastic changes to your nutrition in order to lose weight. And that's where I'm getting at with this, guys and girls. That's the whole point of today's live stream slash podcast. The whole point, what I want to bring to you guys and girls today is that if you diet, and this is where I'm going to be talking about what I prefaced with earlier, if you are dieting, it's like you're killing yourself. You are literally straying as far away from your normal, natural food preferences that your body is used to, we'll say, metabolizing. Your body is used to working with in terms of fueling your body in order for you to burn fat. Most people do on like ridiculous crash diets, switch up. I don't want to eat any of this anymore because this food is bad. Like carbs are bad for you. Rice, bread, pasta, bad for you. So I'm going to go keto where I don't eat carbs because carbs are bad for you, which honestly couldn't be further from the truth. There are other health reasons why people would, live on a keto diet. And people that choose to live on a keto diet don't, aren't always successful. It's not easy. It's not normal, I'll say. Okay. Something that is normal for you, like if keto's was normal for you and you ate keto your whole life, then this doesn't apply. But if you enjoy burgers, enjoy pizza, enjoy rice, enjoy bread, enjoy the carbs, why would you tell yourself you can't have those things? It's because you're being misinformed. They're telling you that, okay, well, rice is bad, carbs is bad, eating after 7 p.m. is bad. So these are just things that you're not going to do. And they're all false, just to let you know. Like you can do them all. But people steer away from what they like and sacrifice it. And again, sacrifice is a part of losing burning fat, but sacrificing it to the extent of, you know, altering every single thing you eat isn't worth it. Because when it comes down to it, you're gonna have a craving that's going to be building and building and building as time progresses. And then one day you're just gonna cave in. You'll be all the way back to where you started. And it was just a waste of time. And that's what made me come up with this title, Why Diet If It's Not Gonna Work? Which is why I encourage you guys and girls not to diet. And that sounds weird. Matt, why don't you want people to diet? Don't you care if people like, look good? Don't you care if people feel good? Don't you care if people are healthy? X, Y, and Z. And the reason why, guys and girls, I personally don't think you should diet, again, keyword diet, is because diets are restricting. To follow keto means you follow keto. To be paleo means you are paleo. And if naturally this isn't something that you're inclined to doing, it's going to throw you off like hard enough so that every single day it's a struggle. Oh, I can't have rice, I can't have bread, oh, I can't have pasta. Shoot. And you're forcing yourself to do what you don't want to do for a result that you want when you can actually do what you want to do and still get that same result. And that is not by following a diet, guys and girls. Okay. That is simply, guys and girls, simply making your own nutrition sustainable. Period. If you like pizza, eat your pizza. If you like burgers, eat your burgers. If you like rice, pasta, all those things, eat them. But incorporate skills, habits that are going to make your current nutrition, like your current eating habits, your current nutritional habits, beneficial to your weight loss journey. What does that mean? That means if you enjoy eating certain foods that other people would consider junk, if you enjoy eating certain foods that people would say are bad for you, like carbs, you can still eat them. But how do you make those foods complement your weight loss journey? How do you still eat them and lose weight at the same time? That's a question a lot of people have. A question a lot of people don't think, there's an answer to, a real answer to. And there is a real answer to it. Just being aware of the numbers. Simple as that. Being aware of the numbers that you put into your body. I always tell this to my clients. The number that you see on the food scale is going to correlate to the number that you see on your body weight scale. So if you know how to measure your macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats specifically, and you are aware of your caloric requirements, just the max amount of calories you can have a day, that's going to help you lose weight each and every single week. If you're aware of those things, you can compile. There are so many ways to make, for example, 2,200 calories. There's just so many freaking examples. Like you could eat 3 clean meals, 4 clean meals, and have your fifth meal be a burger. But that burger has X amount of protein, that burger has X amount of fat, X amount of carbs, and X amount of calories. So that burger can fit into your nutritional requirements when it comes to your caloric requirements and when it comes to your macronutrient requirements. So you can make these foods fit in. And if you do make them fit in and it does abide by your, for example, 2,200 caloric limit, and you are hitting the macronutrients that you're required to hit for protein, carbs, and fats, there's no issue. So long as you're actually, physically exerting energy in the gym. But even so, if 2,200 is a caloric deficit for you, you will lose weight, even if you don't go to the gym. And you can still do that while eating foods that people say are bad for you. People say you shouldn't have. It's all about knowledge, guys and girls. And to be honest with you, there's no point in dieting. There's no point in actually dieting. What there is, what's valuable, what I would recommend to not only you guys outside of my clients, but anybody that's just following on for the first time is to look at your current nutritional habits and add another habit onto it. Habit stack. Add a habit into it. What's this habit? Measuring your food. Use a food scale. When you put your rice in your bowl, measure how much rice you eat. Okay. And I'm not like, this is just a start. I'm not even telling you to come up with the numbers yet. Just measure the rice that you're eating, measure the pasta that you're eating, measure what it is that you're putting in your body, the bread that you eat, count how many slices you'll eat. There's a free app out there called MyFitnessPal. You can calculate the macronutrient value of everything that you eat for every meal, and it'll tell you the total amount of calories you consume that day. And from there, you can say, okay, well, last week I ate these things, and this week I weigh this much. Factor in how many days you've exercised or done cardio. Awesome, cool. But once you have that baseline, you know how your body is going to respond to what you're already eating. You can slowly start pulling away the carbohydrates to lower the calories, right? And then find that area where your body starts to lose weight, but you're not starving, right? It's a middle ground. And not only are you not starving and your body's losing weight, you actually get to eat the foods that you like, which makes this better than any diet because any diet, guys and girls, if you've noticed, is going to force you away from your normal habits instead of adding, better habits onto the habits that you already have just to improve them, which is more realistic. It'll change your habits completely, force you down a road you don't want to drive down, and then once you get to the dead zone, to the dead end, you realize, okay, well, I'm fucking tired of being here. Time to go back to where I want to be, and then you go back to where you want to be, and now your weight's all the way back up. Because it's not sustainable. Diets are not sustainable. What is sustainable is slowly adding habits to your nutrition routine. Habits of counting with a food scale so you just know what's going into your body. And just because you have those variables and those numbers, you can now tweak and control them on a weekly basis, decrease them or increase them if your goal is to lose weight or to gain weight. Like the baseline is what you're already doing. Measure that food. Okay, guys and girls. So that's what I wanted to bring to you guys and girls today. It sounded confusing at the start. I tried my best to make it as simplified as possible for the average viewer. Titled "Why Diet If It's Not Going to Work." I agree, diets don't work. Instead of dieting, alter your current nutritional habits. Just alter it. Start measuring your food and start counting the meals. Start counting everything. When you get, as I said, the number that is on the food scale correlates to the number that's on the weight scale in some way, shape, or form. So if you know what you're eating by the gram, by the ounce, and if you know how, the macronutrient value, the caloric value of like bread, of pasta, and things of that sort, you're in luck because that's going to put you in a position to be able to alter those numbers, those variables on that food scale so that your weight scale can alter its numbers. Make sense? All right, yo. That's it. That's all. Hope you all have an amazing Wednesday. I'm going to read some of the. We're actually dry today. Hey, what's up, Jerry? I see you. Lotus Baby. Hey, what's up? I appreciate you guys and girls for joining today. Hey, Jess, I appreciate you. She says, have a lovely live stream. Talking about to show you some love from Canada. You know what's up. Much love. All right, guys and girls, we'll be back again tomorrow with another live stream. As usual, I hope you guys and girls have an amazing rest of your day. Kill it. I'm going to go to the gym right now and crush my chest because it's chest day. All right, y'all. Back again tomorrow. Later, Instagram. Later, TikTok. Facebook. We are out. Twitter. Let's get out of here. Last but not least, YouTube. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification. Let the people know it's good. Have these conversations with me. We out.